Hey guys, it's Sarah. I have another book haul. I said I would do a July book haul part 2 if I needed to. And I need to. All right, let's get into it. The first one is a book that was sent to me from my friend Candace. Candace came to our reading retreat that we had in July, and the number one book that was talked about during that retreat, that everyone talked about, that so many people were reading all at the same time, was The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. And I was like watching everybody do it, and I was like, man, should I have gotten that book? I did not pick up this book when I had the chance at Book of the Month. And as everyone was talking about it, someone asked me if I had it. I was like, no, I don't even have it. Because they were like, you need to read it. I'm like, I don't even have the book. Candace immediately sent me a message and said, I'll send you my copy. I was like, okay. And she did. And it came like a couple days later. So Candace, thank you so much. Based on what everybody has been saying, I'm expecting good things out of this one. I haven't heard very much negative. You hear negative things about every book. So that's always a thing. But from what I have heard, this is kind of a very heavily, is it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Is that it? I think it's a very loose Charlie and Chocolate Factory inspired story, but it involves books. So thank you, Candace. The next one I have was sent to me from Little A, and that is City People. This is by Elizabeth Topp, and this one comes out on September 12th. This one really follows the friendship of a group of women in New York City. One of them jumps from the roof of her building, shocking everybody in her life. No one saw this coming. No one knew anything was wrong. And so it really deals with the aftermath of that and everybody trying to figure out where they went wrong, what they missed, all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be very heavy on the friendship. This next one, you guys, I got a package from Torteen. I had no idea what it was. They didn't reach out to me. I guess I'm on their mailing list now, which makes me so excited. They sent me the paperback copy of TJ Klune's third book in his Extraordinary series. So this one is called Heatwave. This is a young adult sci-fi series following, I think it's two young boys who have some sort of magical powers, and they're, navigating that. I believe it's also a love story between them. And you guys know my love for TJ Klune. I love him. He is a precious, precious human. I've met him. I love him so much. So when they sent this along, I got so excited because I have the first two books on my shelf downstairs in paperback. So I was waiting for this to come out in paperback before I was even going to buy it. And I was going to buy it. And then they sent it to me. So I'm very, very excited. So I'm not going to go into the synopsis. I don't want to read it because I haven't started the series yet. Who's surprised? But I have the trilogy now. I'm very excited for that. Oh, so happy. Thanks to the publishers for those books and to Candace. Okay, this next one I picked up at Target. Target got me at a weak moment. And I picked up The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Okay, I have not read anything by Ashley Poston yet. I do have a NetGalley book of hers, The Dead Romantics. So I do have that one on NetGalley. And I've heard very good things about that one. And so I definitely want to read this one too. The synopsis sounds so great. This is it's a love story between two people who are living in different time periods, but they're living in the same space, but they're in different times. It sounds so interesting. And I really want to read it. Like really, really. Yeah, I just heard really good things about this author. I just haven't tried her yet. So yeah, but yeah, I picked it up. Then of course I have a couple books that I picked up at work because of course I did. So I grabbed The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter. This is book number 2 in his The Rage of Dragons series. I'm currently reading book number 1. I'm a little more than halfway through. Loving it. And I wanted to pick up number 2 because I'm buddy reading it with my friend April, and we have already talked about we need to keep going. So we have both picked up book number 2. now. And I know that book number 3 is on the way. It's been a little bit all over the place with the release date. The most recent release date I was able to find is in March for book number 3. So it would be nice to read both of the books that are currently out and then be ready for book number 3 whenever it does come. Hopefully in March, we'll see. But I definitely want to start reading my series a little bit closer together so I'm not forgetting everything and feel like I need to reread later on if I wait 5 years. I'm really bad about that. That's something that I definitely want to start working on, and I'm going to make more of a priority in my reading because I like getting just kind of lost in a world, especially fantasy, and I'm letting too much time go by that I'm forgetting a lot of that world by the time I pick up the next book. So I don't want to do that. I don't necessarily have to binge them back to back, but I would like to not wait so long. So April and I have plans to buddy read the second book as well before the end of the year, for sure. Like sooner rather than later, we both have already said. But I definitely wanted to make sure I had number 2 ready to go. But loving. Speaking of fantasy worlds and waiting, this was not my choice though. This book just came out. I got this book on release day. And that is The House of Roots and Ruin by Erin A. Craig. She wrote The House of Salt and Sorrows, which I loved. I loved that book. I read it from NetGalley. It was such a surprise how much I loved it. And I have even picked up the hardcover copy of it because I wanted it for my shelves because I loved it so much. And this is the sequel. It took a while for it to come out, but I have it, you guys. You guys, I can't with the beauty. And even the first book has a gorgeous cover. Even the first one has a gorgeous cover. Oh my gosh, this thing is stunning. And I'm very excited to get back into this world because I just loved the first one so much. And 100% picked it up from work because, yep. Okay, one book that I picked up from Pango. Now this one, this is the number 1 romance book that sells in our store, personally, in our store. It has been for like a couple of months. This has been the one that has sold the most as far as quantity goes. And it's just been number 1 in our romance department for a long time. And I need to know why. It does look adorable. We'll see. But that's Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. She is obviously a figure skater, and she is, I believe, trying to work her way up to Team USA for the Olympics. But yeah, again, number 1 seller in our store, and I need to know why. And I picked it up for pretty cheap on Pango. Last, but 1000% not least, I got the 3rd book from Brandon Sanderson. That was his secret project, which was the Kickstarter that I bought into. I needed them. Book number 3 came, and it might be the prettiest one yet. This thing is so gorgeous. This is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. You guys, it is so gorgeous. Okay. So the artwork in here is done by Aaliyah Chen. So he has different artists for each one of these books. And let me tell you, we have some black and white. I don't know what this book is about. Don't care. It is so stunningly beautiful. Like I can't even. I just think these books are so gorgeous. Okay, let me show you a little bit. Okay, kind of seen that image already. Okay, here we go. You guys, look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, I am just... You guys, I could just look through these all day, and there are full page. I don't want to look at too many of them because I don't want to spoil myself, but like throughout as well, I just passed by something really cool. This is going to be, okay. So like, this is part 4. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Just, okay. I'm obsessed. This thing is stunning. these books are going to hold a special place on my bookshelf forever and ever, and I cannot wait to read them. Have I read a single one of these yet? No, it's okay. It's okay. They are there for me. They are ready for me. And I don't know. These are going to be some of the most special books I have because I just really think that they are such amazing quality. When I opened the box and saw this, my jaw was on the floor. This is just stunning. Like I love it. Small little part 2. Not that bad. Not that bad. All right. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you have any of these, if you've read any of them. Let me know all the good stuff, and I will talk to you soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.